Okay. Now we live. Funky Uncle episode 12 tonight. Thank you for joining us. Whoever want to drop in the comments. Hope everyone's safe and staying safe as possible, with everything I had. DR, what's up, baby? Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Just come on tonight to talk with you guys for a little bit. See what's happening. DR, what's up, man?
What's going on, bruh?
Nothing much, man. How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. It's Thursday. It's one more work day, and then it's just whatever for the weekend.
Right, right. Good evening, Stacy. How you doing?
Going on
Going
stage?
on. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Well, I like to break the ice with a little sports, man. Your
Okay.
boy Big Ben retired today after 18 years. And I
Boom.
got to tell you, he's been a soldier, man.
Yeah.
Hadn't always been good, but he filled his tour of duty in Pittsburgh, man. How you feel, and who's your next candidate for quarterback? Who you'd like to see the Steelers go after?
Okay. First, let me answer Stacy. How you guys doing? I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Just enjoying the night. Got
Doing
it.
good, Stace. Yeah,
And of course, enjoy doing this show because it's like
absolutely.
good after the show. It's like I was jumping around. I'm like hoops or something.
Right,
Um,
right.
to answer your question, after all this time with him, um, it's there are a few quarterbacks that I like, but more than anything else, it's going to depend on the system. I like Malik Willis. You understand?
Out of Liberty, right? The kid out of Liberty? Yeah, yeah.
And I like that boy Cunningham. As far as young quarterbacks go, Ritter is pretty good too. From Ryder Ritter from Cincy. I'm
Yeah, yeah. I like him. He's athletic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Pickett just because he's broken the record and all. That doesn't impress me. It's been a lot of cats out there that broke records. That you know, eh,
Yeah. And he have to take his rookie lumps in the NFL too. So it's a learning curve.
right.
I think y'all should go. I think the Steelers should go after Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers.
I don't like.
Because
I like Wilson better than
Aaron Rodgers, dog, you would turn down Aaron Rodgers?
yeah.
Y'all could win now. Y'all can get at least 2 Super Bowls out of him.
I want long.
No?
I want long term. I'm a fan. I grew up with the organization basically, and I understand even if we were to get Wilson, have somebody under him.
Yeah, yeah.
Learn, and let's say Russ is only there 2 or 3 years, but in that 2 or 3 years, that person may get a little time here and there, and then hopefully we'd have a OC that could teach that young guy, because that was the problem with Cordell Stewart. There are a lot of people, they would say, "Oh, Cordell sucked." Cordell played for 3 offensive coordinators in 4 years.
And that's learning 3 different playbooks.
They
So, yeah.
told that when you learn the playbook, that's like learning a different language. So you're
Yeah.
learning 3 languages in 4 years.
Yeah. So, and that does matter. That goes overlooked sometimes, but when you get new OCs in, they come in with their own verbiage, their own, strategy, philosophy. So you got to learn all that shit, man. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
So if I don't know, if we get when we get a new offensive coordinator, hopefully it's somebody who's established. And then the quarterback. See, what I like about Ritter or Ryder, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, is
Ritter.
he got better every year.
Mm-hmm.
And that reminds me of a Russell Wilson type.
Mm-hmm.
So we get a young Russell Wilson type without having to pay the Russell Wilson money. We could take that money and put it on the offensive line and get some better cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you can ride that rookie contract while you're building the team to a franchise.
Yeah.
In free agency, you're only getting a 3 or 4 year window with most teams for the Super Bowl. You have to retool or rebuild.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. You want to build that team under a rookie contract for a quarterback, because if he's near the end of the year, that rookie contract in a contract year, you're going to have to pay him. If he's good enough, you're going to have to pay him. So, yeah, man, definitely. Definitely, man.
Fire.
And real quick on my Bears, we got a new GM, Ryan Poles from Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think that's a good hire. I think
Congratulations.
that's a good hire. You know, a new head coach and Eberflus from Indiana. He was the defensive coordinator at Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Don't know much about him, but they had a good defense, so we'll see. And the ownership is not involved in hiring the head coach, strictly a general manager thing. So I'm glad to see that they trust the general manager to hire the head coach. They just stay in football ops and VP and just do their thing and let the GM be the GM. So that's a different move for the Bears. We usually stick our nose in it, but this time I'm glad they're letting the GM do the hiring. So
Yeah, you know,
yeah,
that's
man.
of insanity. Keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result.
Right. That's been the Bears for the last 35 years, bro. I mean, I'm glad we're going in a different direction, put it like that. Stacy said, now that Big Ben is gone, Brady and Gronk should follow next. I don't think so. The way they went out against the Rams, I think they're coming back. They want some vengeance, man. You know,
but
Brady.
everybody's overlooking Brady's. He has a supporting cast that covers his wounds, how he's wounding the team. And this time they couldn't do it. That was the thing. This time the team couldn't do it. And over a period of time, you know, look, Tom, you know what I'm saying? I understand they calling you the GOAT, what have you. But you with these fumbles and these interceptions and these bad reads and these overthrows, now you're hurting the team. We're not playing complimentary football because you're keeping the defense out on the field too much. And that's they got away with it last year with the three picks last year, but this year they couldn't overcome it. How many times do you think the defense is going to be able to overcome that?
Not against a good playoff team. Not too many times. No.
Right.
You may get away with it with a weaker opponent, but in the playoffs, your mistakes are amplified. You're not going to get away with that.
Unless
you think the window is closing? What up, Big B? BG, what's happening, baby? You think the window is closing? What's up, my man Silencer? You think the window is closing on Brady, man?
It is. It's been closing for years. He got that joint last year, like I said, despite how he played. But as time goes on, he's not going to be able to do it because the defense that he has, you're going to have to retool. You know what I'm saying? This is like, well, one thing about football, especially in the playoffs, there's no 7-game series.
No, one and done. Yeah.
So, like you said, those things are amplified, and not only are they amplified, one mistake can take you out.
Yeah.
You know, there's no coming. Oh, we'll get them next game. No, you'll get them. Right. You won't get them next game.
No. Mistakes are. Let's see. What Stacy say? Can you read that?
Yeah, it says, who do you guys see in the Super Bowl? My pick is San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I think I'm gonna wait. And because Pat Mahomes, what he did that last game, man, I was like, yo, this dude is a real deal, man. So I like Joe Burrow. I don't know if Burrow can go in Arrowhead and beat him. You know, I'm not too sure. Burrow, he young, he good, but Pat Mahomes and Arrowhead, man, he gonna be tough to beat.
I'm a little selfish. I don't want San Francisco to get the 6. So I kind of hope I'm being honest.
Yeah, I feel. Hey, be honest, bro. That's why we here. That's why we here.
I'd rather see the Rams and the Bengals.
Rams and the Bengals be a good game.
Rams and the Bengals. The Rams have a good defense. The Bengals have a good offense. I want to see a Super Bowl knockdown, drag out game.
Yeah, the best game of the year should be. Yeah, right. Two best teams. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm just glad there's still some football around, man.
Hope it's a track meet in that AFC game, though. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I normally like defense, but I want to see that Cincy and Kansas City. I want to see both of them go at it.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see Mahomes and Burrow go at it, man. Yeah, and the Rams and the Niners. That's a division game during the regular season. How many times? I don't know the how many wins
Yeah,
Rams got over the Niners, but it should be a pretty good championship game, being that it's division rivals as well.
I think they said that
Mm.
the Niners beat them twice this year.
It's something like that, you know.
Yeah,
So can they beat them a third time? We'll see. It should be a good game, man. It
come
should be a
on,
good game.
come on, Rams.
You don't want to see the Niners get that, but that Niners defense, man, they're not a stout defense, but they're opportunistic, man.
Yeah.
They are bend but don't break defense, and they
Mhm.
come up with big plays in key times. So it'll be fun, man.
But that
See if
boy,
Matthew Stafford.
that
Who's
boy,
that?
beast, Debo Samuel.
Oh, Debo, the real deal, man. I'm telling you, if the Rams don't stop Debo, they're not gonna win.
Yo, I on Pittsburgh so bad. I was like, I want these jokers to draft him so bad.
Man,
This is the recreation of Hines Ward. Please draft this dude.
man, Debo is for sure, man.
Yeah,
From the running back, from the slot, from the wide out, he give it to you any way you want. And
He's a
Shanahan know how to dial him up, man.
right.
Shanahan know how to dial him up the right times, man. So, you know, and coming out of South Carolina, he went in the second round. I'm like, you know, he'll be a kick return, a punt return, you know, special team, maybe a little wide out. But boy, that system he's in,
Yeah.
Shanahan, he in the right system, man.
They didn't they what's my man named, the running back that broke both legs. Oh shoot.
Lattimore.
Lattimore. Didn't they have Lattimore as well?
I think so. I think they did. I think
Pipeline.
they did. Boy, Debo the real deal, man.
Yeah. Lattimore was like that at running back. It's just something
And, yeah, Debo kind of special, and they're gonna have to pay him. If they want to keep him, they're gonna a lineman that was with the Bears for a while. And hey Fee, what's up?
You froze up in it there. I was like, I was sitting there.
Yeah. I froze or you froze? You froze, right?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Damn, man. I was trying to keep the engagement up. I thought you froze, but nevertheless, we still here, brother.
Yeah.
Hey Fee. But yeah, what else you had on the table, man? Now that we, you know.
Oh yeah. I was thinking problems and solutions. That's what I want to talk about tonight. And is it me freezing or G freezing? Which one is it? Y'all let me know. Am I freezing? Because I think the Wi-Fi is
back up, bro.
okay.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I was saying, you know, problems and solutions.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens, in my opinion, is that there are always problems, but no solutions. And there are always solutions where there are no problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to throw a solution at, well, in general, people would like to throw solutions at where there's no problems. If you want to, it's like fixing something that isn't broken, you know, but those areas where we do have problems, you want to overlook them and throw solutions elsewhere. Now, one of the more popular topics is dating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, the problem is everybody's pointing the finger. Everybody's pointing the finger. Where's the solution? Because if you're constantly pointing the finger, what are you fixing? Everybody else has to get fixed.
You know, and it's interesting
Something
you
that
bring up that point. And, you know, instead of pointing the finger, you got to take accountability, you know. And
okay.
like I say, I'm in these YouTube streets and Instagram avenues, man. And from what I see, what I've observable reality, does not pointing the finger, is a lot of women don't like to take accountability. And when you hold, and it's not, let me specify by saying not all women, but majority of the women don't like to take accountability. And I ain't gonna be making that disclaimer too much. I'm gonna just, you know, that's just me. But majority of the women don't. It's a saying that accountability is like kryptonite to women. And observable reality, I see that, you know. Now, what the solution is, I'm gonna be honest, dog. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I mean, for those that get it, get it. For those that don't, just don't. I mean, everybody grown, so you should know, you know, how to kind of maneuver through this thing at this point. But if you just, you know, coming on to be argumentative and just keep the same bullshit narrative going,
Yeah.
then you are the problem. You know what I mean? So I think it's self-reflection and, you know, self-accountability.
But it's going to work from both sides. So
Yeah.
Either that it's not just one side. So I'm gonna say this as in both sides have to do it. But we as men, it's something we have to deal with. So let me make that disclaimer. The solution is leave them alone.
Yeah, that's an option. Yeah.
Now, here it is. We are visual beings. That's how that's in our DNA. But
right.
At some point we realize it's not about the looks. Because if you just sit back and look at lots of the women that are married, they're not the most beautiful women in the world. The ones that you figure, oh my gosh, they're like this, that, and the third, they're single.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And why? Because like you said, they don't want to hold themselves accountable, and they feel like men owe them something just because they're women. You know, and the only way that is going to be fixed is for men as a whole. Well, it'll never be a whole, but for the vast majority, especially the vast majority of good dudes, don't let them in.
Right.
Don't let them in.
Yeah.
5 years, 10 years, when they realize you a good dude. Nah, the answer is no. You understand what I'm saying? And that it's a cycle where our kids are like, you know, you're not going to have these chances to go run with whomever and then want to come back to me or broken. Why bring unnecessary baggage? There's no need to bring the unnecessary baggage.
Right. And we both been here long enough to remember when, you know, I'm a bit of a history buff. I don't forget nothing too soon. Niggas ain't shit. You know, come on now. All men are dogs. All men want is one thing. There's been a lot of one-way narrative and a lot of tropes dealing with the brothers. You know, men in general, but black men in particular. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's both sides now. We got to be accountable as well as men.
Yeah.
But we've always been held accountable.
Well, that's true.
Even for shit we didn't do, we was held accountable. So yeah, both sides need to be accountable, but they've always felt, you know, they've always held the heat to our ass as men. And so now time to hold the heat to them, you know? I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Basically, what we're going to watch this, what we're saying is that the time has come for all. We're not saying that we're speaking from a man's point of view. So there's no need for you to go out there and get Steve Harvey or somebody talking to you as regular men. We're talking to you as the men that you're going to meet out in the street, in the grocery store, maybe in the club, you know what I'm saying, in your car, doing laundry, whatever it is. We're the type of men that you're going to meet. And this is the type of mindset that you have to have if that goal is to find you a man that's going to do whatever. You can't go out there feeling that I have this and I have, because it's not about what you have, it's about who you are. And too many times, you know, you're being led astray by people who aren't even in your dating pool telling you what to look for. Steve Harvey is not, you're running to Steve Harvey in the movie theater. You understand? So there's no need to start listening to him. And anybody that tells you that it's all about what they're doing nothing but effing you up even more. Because it's like this. I tell people praise for a long time. If God doesn't give you everything that you want, what makes you think a man should? That's being childish. That's being straight childish and delusional.
Right, delusional. That's another key word, delusional. And now, I mean, hey, I get it, man. You know, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not perfect. You know, I was married. I did a lot of things wrong, man. You know, I'm not here to, you know, bash anybody, but I'm gonna give it to you like it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and in today's, you know, I like to refer to them as modern women. It's like most modern women want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman. You know, the values, you know, we still got to protect and provide, but most modern women want a traditional man, but still want to be independent. And you can't have it both ways. You know, you can't have it both ways. And let me ask you this, DR. Why do women in general, hate the word submission? Why is that such a bad word?
I don't know. And being a man, I'd have to really poll a lot of different women, because I'm sure that that's gonna have more than one answer. I really don't even want to speculate, because you know what I throw out there as a man, from what I see, may be totally off, or it may only be 10% of what the majority feels. Or, you know, when you get an answer like that, you want to have something that's more inclusive, all inclusive, so that we'll understand. But like what we're doing now is we're putting this out there so women can understand. You know, we had to, Stacy wants to get on. I don't know if Stacy can answer that question. We might have to have a panel of women and, like I said, take a poll.
That's what I'm saying. You know, maybe maybe if not this time, we gonna come back to the subject. But I just want to get it out to the men, because this is a you know, channel for men. You know, and I just want to I'd rather get a man's point of view, and maybe next time we'll get a woman's point of view. But I want to keep it on the men tonight. You know, and you know, have a man discussion. No issue, Stace. It's all good, but. You know, I like to for guys to chime in so I can get a different masculine perspective. You know what I mean?
Love Spotty is due to the upbringing of those women. Well, everything has it does.
Yeah, it's that's quite true. You know, and
the touch of society. It saturates, and as we've said time and time again, that it's always been beneficial for the woman. It's been, not that they've had it easy. I don't want anybody coming to me, oh, you act like me. Not that it was easy.
Because black men and black women have a shared experience. When you think about it, you know, we do have a shared experience.
And if you go through history where they have taken the black man out of the household and made it where the black woman had to do more. You understand? We're not saying they didn't do it, but we're saying that, like, let's look at this, a microcosm. This is a microcosm of things, but let me put this out there. In the town of Walterboro, I believe there are 2 women's shelters. No men's shelters.
No, ain't no men's shelters.
Why is it that, you know, a man who's down on his luck or needs help has that many more problems, has that much of a problem getting the same type of help that a woman can get? And you know why? Society has you thinking, oh, he should be able to stand on his own too.
Right.
Nobody stood on their own two by themselves. Everybody learned.
Right.
They didn't come out walking. They learned to walk, and they learned to walk
Right.
with the help of others. We all need each other's help, but these imperfect, perfect beings, act as though it's all one-sided. And anytime that you run into an argument that's one-sided to the point where they don't want to hear, case in point, case in point, racist. They feel that, oh, God put us here, yada. They don't want to hear anything else. Conceptually speaking, that's the same
Right.
a lot of time when it comes to the relationship of men and women. They only want to hear the things that benefit them.
Or that fit their narrative, you know?
Their narrative. It's the same
Right.
conceptually. It's the same exact thing. If you can't take that constructive criticism, use that construction to build a better you wasting your time.
Right.
Because you're not perfect. And you can how you want to, but if you're not perfect and you can claim that you're not perfect, all that, oh, well, that's just how I am, fine.
No, we can't buy that no more. That's just how I am. Now, you got to be responsible for your own emotional intelligence, bro.
But I'm pushing that to the side. That's how you are. That's just how you are. Then I know how to deal with you.
Yeah. I don't have to.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's nothing stronger for a man than the power of choice. Having the power of choice to stay, walk away, or just totally ignore it. And I don't think a lot of men operate in that power of having choice. Say, for instance, like politics.
Okay.
The Democratic Party ain't did nothing for black folks since I've been here. But we still continue to go with, you know what I'm saying? So the power to choose to go, if you want to go Republican, that's on you. They're two wings of the same bird. But if you want to be independent and just be, a sole entity, I think that'll work more for more black folks than going with a certain party. Just be independent and look at each candidate's views and vote your own interests. You know what I'm saying? If we vote our own interests or go with, our own interests, I think that'll work out better for us. But since grandmama vote Democratic, granddaddy vote Democratic, I'm gonna vote Democratic.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We got to expand the spectrum of thinking when it comes to that more, I think. You know what I mean?
And once again, we go back into what's the norm. And that's when society, when I say society, a lot of times I'm really talking about what's the norm. What is considered orthodox. Now, you just said thinking. And that's one thing that they have, the newer generations, they don't want them to do. And I'm not saying that all of them don't think. I'm just saying they have a large group of people in our generation and the ones behind us and the ones ahead of us of people that don't want to think. They want to be led all the way.
Right.
Anybody out there, you can think of a family member, somebody who lives on your block, somebody that works with you, who won't think. They'll just spew out the most idiotic things in the world and won't take 5 seconds to think about logic.
Yeah, and Stacy brings up a good comment here. She said, do guys think why we have more single parent homes instead of a 2-parent home?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's easy. Of course. It's easier to have it's a lot of reasons why there are more single people.
I think that's gonna have to be another show, bro, because the single parent home rate in our community is about 70-75%, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's a lot of layers to peel back, but I think it's more single. Yeah. And see, the thing about it, at one point, single motherhood was glorified.
Yeah.
And you can't build a community like that. No. You can't keep building like that. Makes it hard, bro.
It goes to something else that I'm saying. I keep saying that, but something else that's going on, and you can look at it once again conceptually, and you'll see how see the effect. once something is accepted as normal, and now remember, if people want to think back to our parents' time, single motherhood was frowned upon. You have is the man's gonna marry you whether y'all gonna be together a while or not. The man, y'all gonna try to make it work at least.
Yeah. What you used to call them, shotgun weddings?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you look at it with the drug situation, the drug use situation. You look at
crack era, mass incarceration.
The choice of gender. You look at all these things that are becoming common. They're becoming the norm, and they're no longer frowned upon. It's all acceptable. And little by little, these are bricks that are being torn away from our foundations that are destroying the community. Now, remember, the community was much stronger before these things happened. So you can't say nothing to do with it. So somebody has to explain to me how it has nothing to do with it if when it was not present like that and acceptable, our community was a lot stronger.
Right. And verifiable evidence you can find. You can look this up. Prior to the 70s, the Black community had an 80% marriage rate. We were the most married in America, man.
Yeah.
You know, and if you think back as a kid, whenever you went to one another house, there was either a dad or a granddad there.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
If not both.
So, right. You know, so that's viable, you know, evidence, man. And, you know, how we get back to that, I don't know. Not meaning to cut the conversation short, but, man, it's a lot of things we got to work through, man, you know.
Solution.
Okay, solutions.
Let's
see.
We have to come up with solutions. We've identified the problems, and as time goes on, we keep identifying the problem. But you get mad, and I'll say it like my man Bill. People got mad at Bill, you know, in our generation for the things that he said because he saw a lot of this coming.
Right.
And Bill speaking out on, oh man, he old. Ain't nobody watch the Cosby Show. Nobody want no pudding pops. Bill, go sit down somewhere. You know, but was telling, you know, and that once again is the norm. Anybody that speaks out that's going to make things a little uncomfortable. You know, when you work out, you've been to the gym. Most people they've been to the gym. The only way you're going to get your body strong, you're going to have to hurt.
Reps and sets.
Yeah. Pain. Everybody's pain.
Yeah.
You got to give up something in order to get something.
Yeah, life is about trade-offs, man. Trade-offs and options, yeah. Life is about trade-offs. You have to give up. You can't have it both ways. Nobody can have it both ways, man. So yeah, life is about trade-off.
Do you have a solution?
Yeah,
they tried.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I'd have to think about it, but at one point, a few years back, I gave up on the Black community.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck it. You know, they don't mean me no good, so I ain't trying to. You know, when I cared, nobody else cared, so I stopped caring to a degree. You know, I can't say I stopped caring wholeheartedly because, you know, I got kids, family. I want to see the community do better. That's, you know, some inherent pride there. But, you know, a part of me cares, but a part of me is like, man, fuck it. They don't give a damn about me. You know, especially when I got, you know, things happening to me, and it's not the white folks coming in doing it to me. It's my own people doing shit to try to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Doing, you know, coming in my yard, cutting my tires, you know, breaking my window, you know, calling my kid a fucking monkey and all kind of shit. You know, defamation against me, saying, you know, all kind of weird shit about me to other people. You know, that wasn't white folks coming and doing that. That was my own people. So at one point I was like, you know, fuck it. I don't give a damn, you know. You know, I mean, in some ways, I still feel that way, but I still care at the same time. You know, it's a love hate thing, I guess. You know,
Right.
yeah,
What I found is that sometimes you have to speak to those that listen, and those that listen a lot of times are the same ones that influence others. You know, and so it is a slow process. Progress is a slow process, but each one teach one and all that good stuff that we looked at people like, what are you, stupid? It it is possible, but okay. So I think talking about it without downing anyone's opinion would be a good start. I agree.
yeah.
I
That's
agree.
a good start. That's a good start. But people have to have enough emotional intelligence not to get emotional over a disagreement. You know,
Yeah.
and you can disagree respectfully and still have the conversation. I think we ought to get to that point. But yeah, Lux body experience. It's just having that respect for one another. Yeah, but that respect in, let's be honest, in the black community, it's not well, from my observable experience, I can't speak for everyone.
Yeah.
That respect doesn't go, it's not mutual, should I say. You know,
But you had to
you
put.
try to bring up solutions to some people. Oh, ha ha ha, yeah, man. You think you brother Kevin Samuels or somebody? You know, they try to make a joke of the shit. Don't take the shit serious. That's why I don't bring it up to a lot of people. You
No,
know, we
I'm
we,
not.
we you know, huh?
See, but you have to understand, brother. What you have to understand is you are a force. And anytime that you are a force, there will be forces pushing back. I had to
Mm-hmm.
realize I am a force. And sometimes you have to step out and whatever everybody else is doing, F it. I'm not doing
Yeah.
what everybody else is doing because I'm not everybody else. And
Right. Right.
those are the times when you inspire people who are on the sideline, they're on the fence on whether or not. And that's how you build that foundation, because those people who were on the fence that really wanted to do what you're doing, they're going to see all it takes is one. All
Mm-hmm.
it takes is, and you will have people follow whether they acknowledge you or not. And see, that's not even a thing with me, whether they acknowledge me or not. My thing is you follow not what I'm doing, but follow the heart in doing what you're supposed to do as opposed to what everybody else is doing. I remember there was a meme oh my gosh, so many years ago, and somebody posted it and they're like, oh, if somebody gets mad, and if you're with somebody and they get mad and they start talking about you, that's how they really felt the entire time, and they think everything is just one side is black and white. So here I jump in and said, well, what if it's something that they saw and they didn't like, but they accepted it because they liked you?
Mm. Right.
So now here we are giving other avenues. You understand? Giving other options, other modes of thinking. If we don't put it out there, who will?
Right.
You're going to be hated.
Right.
Everybody that's doing anything, ever done anything positive is going to be hated. You know?
Right.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well. Oh, well. I've been called everything but a child of God. Oh, you think you talk white and what do you
Yeah. Oh God.
but
Yeah.
I don't care.
What the what the fuck is talking white? Why can't you just be an intellectual black man that can articulate himself well? You talking white. See, that's that
Slave mentality.
you know what I'm saying? And Stacy said some of our black people think they're better than others. Instead of dragging us down, we should be bringing us up. I agree, man. We do. And don't let some of us have a little bit of money. You
Oh,
know, don't let us some of us have a little bit of money. Then you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you right, Stacey. You can't, you know.
and
And go ahead.
go ahead. Let's go ahead. Listen to some of them cats like what's my man name? Dame Dash. He has a video that's going viral. Well, I can't work for another man. I don't respect the man that works for another man.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I
And
seen that.
so that means you don't respect the people that work for you, because you're not out there doing all this yourself. So you're telling me the people that work for you, you don't respect? Well, but then you have these people who are so money hungry that's all they see, dollar signs. They have dollar signs for pupils.
Right.
Don't see the idiocracy in that statement. That means
Yeah.
man doesn't respect you because everybody was not made to run a business. Everybody has
Mm-hmm.
a position to play. So
Right.
he's actually talking down to a lot of people who are admiring and cheering him on for what he said.
Yeah. And
And
you know, some people have an elitist mindset,
yeah,
but you can have an elitist mindset without downgrading anybody. You know what I mean? I think you can. You know, you got to stay humility.
yeah.
Humility is key, man. So,
So
yeah,
we have to preach it as well as do it. We have to be it basically. And those of us who can and will, they are the ones that inspire others, but it has to be shown first. It has, and see, that's the part of solutions that I really wanted to get to. You know what I'm saying? As many problems as we have, and we can come up with solutions, if we cannot be the solution, then it's all for naught. It's wasted energy.
right, right. Let's see. Let's see.
Saying the whites are supposed to be superior because of the way we speak. I've been told it several times, and it's so crazy to be. If I can articulate better than you, so be it.
That's
Amen.
right. That's right.
Amen.
I wholeheartedly agree, man. Just because I'm able to articulate myself and I have a vast vocabulary, you know, and you know, it's right. They look down on you, man. You know, you think you're a clown and all kind of shit, man. And you know, yeah, you're right, Fee.
And
Absolutely, Lux body experience.
yeah, and it's
You
crazy
know,
how we began to equate intelligence in general with being white. How we began to equate doing different things. Oh, you going skiing? That's a white person. Oh, you going? Why can't I just want to try something different? You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
And I've done it in the past, but I had to learn. You know, oh, you play tennis? What kind of crap is that? But then
Yeah,
I realized, hold up, that's a sport. You know what I'm saying? It's not relegated to just white folk. It's just that a lot of us haven't seen a lot of us doing it. So automatically
right.
we down it. And we have to get out of that mindset.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree, man. And you know, just stepping out of the norm, stepping out of your box. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And that's is key, man. And that helps broaden your horizons, man. But look, man, if you've never been nowhere, if all you ever been is in South Carolina, and you may have went to Citadel Mall or something and thinking you going out of town, or you may have went to Columbia and think you, no, man, you got to get out, man, and experience other things. And you know, luckily for me, I went in the military at a young age, so I was able to travel overseas and be exposed to different things. So
Mm-hmm.
it made me more worldly as I grew up, and I think it helped me a lot, man. So I don't stay confined in this box. You know, I saw a lot of things early being in the military, man. So most guys don't get that experience, but it's still up to you to self-educate yourself and you know not be emotion arrested development. I think you mentioned that in another show. Arrested
Yes.
development. And a lot of our people, particularly black men, suffer from arrested development. Can't grow emotionally, can't grow, you know, spiritually, just stuck.
And,
You know,
yeah.
a lot of us suffer from that.
And we're influenced with, and since we are visual, we're influenced a lot by what we see. I remember early 90s, you know, watching videos. You're like, oh man, this was, look, that's just because that's what you see in that video does not mean that everybody in New York does that. Doesn't mean that everybody in Cali does that, you know, because those are the two main places that we see. Not doesn't mean everybody
Right.
in Atlanta does that. You have to understand television is entertainment. It's not educational unless it's supposed to be educational, but nine times out of 10 it's entertainment. And
Mhm.
we have to enforce that, not to our kids, and find a way. This is a solution that I would like for all of us to have. Find a way to educate our brothers and sisters in a way that they don't feel that you are pounding them with something like you're better than them. You know, they too many people feel that when you're informing them on something that they are wrong about, not that they don't know about, that they're wrong about, then you know they look at you. Oh, he just think he's all that because he know. it's
You
it's
talking white.
it, it's a hindrance because you want to help people by giving them the truth, but
Yeah.
people don't want. They'd rather live a lie. I got a cousin. I'm telling you right now. I was giving him some truth on something, and he went back and told somebody, "Oh, bruh." But you sitting there. I'm giving you the truth so that you don't continue pushing a lie, but you mad because I gave you the truth.
Yeah. Some people can't handle it, man. Facts are stubborn things, man. You
They
know,
want to
you
whether they're or not. That's
right.
crazy.
You got a right to your own opinions, but you don't have a right to your own facts. Never. And it don't. And the world don't owe us nothing. So just take the facts, man. If you disagree, okay, well, I don't agree. Well, okay, fine. Facts still facts. You
Facts.
know,
It,
facts are still facts.
we as a people have to stop living lies. We have to stop
I agree.
thinking
I
that
agree.
all skin folk is kinfolk for one. That's a lie. We have to get out of the
Right.
mentality of thinking that all of us are crabs in a barrel. All of us are trying to scam you. Nobody really wants to help you because at the end of what it all boils down to is you're expecting a perfect person when
Mm.
it's out there. You know, the same way we used to look at the pastors back in the days. Oh, he's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We have to
Nobody's perfect.
get that perfect mentality. Understand? Okay, this person made a mistake. Because here we are, we with the Christian folk. Oh, they supposed to be Christian. How they doing? Nobody said they were perfect.
Right.
Nobody. I
Right.
don't what denomination. I don't care what sect of religion you have. Nobody's perfect. But you
Still
expect
human.
perfect because they're part of
Yeah.
have a certain group affiliation.
And you know, that's a social construct with being perfect. You know, it's a social construct, man. But when you keep it to relative human interactions, man, nobody's perfect, man. You know, and shit.
You see that one?
Yeah, go ahead and read it, man, because I got an answer for it.
Okay. Stacy said, I have a question. How come when us blacks get a college degree, they think other blacks are beneath them? Floor is yours.
Hey, that's that superiority complex, that Boule syndrome. You know, that's wanting to be, you know, the illusion, the inclusion of illusion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When it's just a piece of paper, and if we want to get deeper with it, all the education system is the Babylonian Kemetic school system. You can Google that and look it up. That's a little deep, but the Babylonian Kemetic school system.
Break it
It's
down
all a pipeline.
here for it.
Man, no. The audience gonna have to do some homework, man. We may get to it another day, but the audience gonna have to do some homework, man. And that's all it boils down to. You know, and I've ran into that myself. You know, people with degree, I got my master's and this and that, which is cool. That's
Mm-hmm.
a hell of an accomplishment. Not
Right,
poo-pooing on that because it takes some work to get that.
right,
But don't throw it in people's face and use it as a measuring stick to say
right.
you're better than somebody. And let's face it, our community does that a lot.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
experienced that a lot, you know.
I've experienced and I've broken them down because I don't need a degree to be intelligent.
Right, right.
I down to the brake pads. And now go ahead and lay down and lick your wounds. And next time you run into a black man, don't assume that
Right.
intellectually superior. Now, when I was a young man, real young man, I read a book. I was always into something, but I read a book that started talking about intelligence, and it opened my eyes to something. I believe I might have been about 9 or 10 years old. And it's talked about people how they gauge intelligence. You know, by like you said, like you was talking about degrees. You know, their ability to do this, that, and the other. But they said, now think back to 1600s, and you
Mm-hmm.
had who could read the wind, the sail.
Mm.
They didn't have a degree. Some of them couldn't even read or write. So how
Right.
really gauge intelligence? Think about it.
Exactly.
You had people who could not read or write. You had people that couldn't speak in complete sentences. that could come
Yeah.
out and do something that it takes brain power to figure out. And a lot of times with anything, when you're doing something and it all goes right, that's the easy part. But these people knew what to do when things went wrong.
Right.
Intelligence.
Exactly.
Overlook.
Wisdom.
Right. Knowledge. Straight knowledge. I mean, how many people do you know that can read the winds like that?
Not too many.
Can get out
Especially if you talk about navigating a ship or just doing some work involved with that. No, man, not too many.
Yeah, can get out there with a compass and navigate the winds and tell you to move the sail this way and get the rudder and starboard and port. No, man, listen. These people.
That takes intelligence, not a degree.
Intelligence.
Yeah. Intelligence, yeah.
And you
man.
engaged by a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Because the knowledge that comes, it really, everything can't be written down.
No. Can't. No. So, yeah, man. Absolutely. Well, give me some final thoughts, brother. You know, what you want to leave the audience with. And first, let me say thank you to Lux Body Experience. Stacy, thank you for the comments. Lux Body Experience, thank you as well. And yeah, appreciate Brandon BG, my boy Brandon Grayson, for falling through, saying what's up to us. And what you want to leave the audience with, DR?
You know what, peoples? I have a friend of mine who's he's overseas right now, and I'm trying to get him on. He said that when we come on, it'll be like 5:30 a.m. his time. He wrote he's a poet, and he also writes erotica. Along with Gary, I would love to say that, you know what, we're going to start promoting more of our own, and in a way that can get some things out there, like we did with the Fly Vegan Chef. Shout out to Supreme. You know,
what's up, Supreme? Yeah, I was looking at one of his videos the other day, man. I'm like, there goes Supreme. You know, checking him out. That dude, man. Yeah. Yo, and I want to say shout out to brother Gary Smith as well, too, man. You know, if you see this brother Smith, we want to have you on the show, man, and chop it up with you, bro.
Yeah, and see, that's the type of thing I want everybody to know, that when we're going to be bringing people on here to give you different types of knowledge, different types of ideas that aren't always the norm. You know, we want to break that norm. We want to break out of that cookie cutter, because that's the only way to truly get things done. That's how ideas are born. That's where problems are solved.
And that's how you move the conversation forward too, my brother. As usual, my man DR, dropping the gems, dropping the knowledge. I can't do it without this brother. And appreciate all the comments. Hey, man, Funky Uncles, we building episode 12.
And it's a pleasure, you know what I'm saying? Yo, without my man G, man, y'all just don't know. We go way back, but who knew back in the mid-'80s, you know what I'm saying? When we see each other like, what's up? What's up? Who knew that? Yeah. 30 years later, we be like, yo, let's do this.
Yes. Lux Body Experience, good show, Funky Uncles. Appreciate that, Lux Body. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate everybody, man.
No doubt.
And I appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate you too, bro.
Salute.
Much love, peace, salute, and I'm out.
Salute. Yes, sir.